Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm finally back. I made it. I've been through a lot these last weeks, last months, working very hard in order to get my PhD as well done, and as well, of course, working full-time as an IT professional in the company in which I'm working for. And I was just very sick the last week, and I just really made a little bit of time, just to talk about one topic that I think is very interesting, and a lot of you knows about this, and a lot of you guys watch a lot of YouTube videos looking for the best docking station that you can have. You can say for your MacBook, for your Windows laptop, for any device that you have. There's a lot of misunderstandings about what are really docking stations, what are they really good for, and of course this is the huge topic, like what is the best docking station that I can buy. And you can find this topic because of, for example, you have a MacBook and you want to use it as your main primary device at your desk set up, but also take it with you when you are traveling, and that's why you think maybe, okay, then I need a docking station in order to dock my computer and use it as a desktop computer station. But this topic, even if you say just buy one or buy the one that the YouTubers told you in reviews, there is a lot of, I wouldn't say science in behind, but it's a pretty tricky topic, and I'm learning this already being 2 years in the company that I'm working for, and it is a massive topic. It's a huge topic. So I'm gonna try to show you what are the best docking stations that you can really buy for your device, but not only tell you buy this because this is the best or this is the most expensive, but I will really explain to you what are the differences in all these docking stations and when these differences are really coming into play when choosing the right docking station for your device. So for this video, I'm not going to really be taking like my laptop and showing you really nice B-rolls of how do I connect my MacBook or how do I connect my Windows computer. I think that's not something to talk about. This is something to talk about what do really do these workstations and what is the difference of these docking stations. So I have a few samples as well here of docking stations. We are really going through this together, and let's try just to find out what are the difference between all of them and when to choose the right docking station for you. For all of you guys that you don't know me, my name is Jorge Morales. I'm an IT professional living in Germany. I'm Mexican. I'm still a little bit sick. If you think that my voice sounds better probably, and I'm also doing as well my PhD in computational mechanics, in biomechanics, and I've been working and living in Germany as an engineer for the last 8 years already, and I have a lot of experience in what are computational mechanics, computer architecture, and that's what I do. That's just a small brief for all of you that you don't know me, and I just love computers. I love computers, and what I do love most is to see what people can do, in my case engineers, when they have the right tools, and in this case a docking station is also a tool. So let's start the video. What are docking stations? As we mentioned, and probably a lot of you guys already know, a docking station is going to be something like an extension of your mobile device. In this case, you can say a Windows laptop or a MacBook computer. This is going to be like an extension of your device that usually connects through only one single cable to it, and it expands the capabilities of the ports and of the features that your device can do. You can say multiple monitor, connect to multiple monitor, connect to multiple devices via USB, USB-C, Thunderbolt, maybe something like SD card readers or audio interfaces, and all those ports and all those features that probably you are missing because you are having a mobile device, you are getting them when you use a docking stations. Those are one of the amazing features and advantages that it gives you. Some of the direct disadvantages that docking stations already delivers is that it docks you in a single position. You are losing a lot of mobility, you are losing flexibility, but you are gaining a lot of all different things. There are tons of different brands, of different types, and of different connections for docking stations. And today we are going to talk about the most basic that we are having now, which are going to be the USB-C or Thunderbolt docking stations. Just to give you some of history, my first contact with real docking stations, it was like 6 years ago when I was working as a research assistant in the university here in Siegen in Germany, and my professor put me in charge, to get equipment for us PhD students and students for the department. And I was okay, let's buy their precision mobile workstations because I already had a lot of experience with those. But in order to make them like a desktop replacement for us, we wanted to have as well some docking stations. Some docking stations, something similar like these ones, those ones offered from Dell, in order to dock your laptops. And that was my real first experience with those. And they work fine when they worked. But then, when I really found interesting this topic of around docking stations, like why is this even a topic? I mean, it's just a device, something to expand your computers. I mean, you can have nowadays you have your MacBook and it already has very nice set of ports, but you want these features like extra displays, or just you connect one single cable and it delivers power to your device, and it opens all of those features that are already there, and you want all these features just with a single cable. You can have also, this is my Dell Precision workstation. This also has Thunderbolt ports, and all these features are going to be enabled when you use a docking stations. And I was like, why this is even something to talk about it? Why there is a lot of people searching and looking for docking stations in YouTube? Why there is a massive search and interest of this? Is of course you want to get the best, but the best is always what you really want to do. How is your work? What do you really do? What do you really need? Because there are docking stations that are maybe expensive, but not so expensive like this one from Anker. And there are docking stations as well that are proprietary, like this one from Dell, a little bit cheaper. But you can also have something like this, something like the CalDigi TS4 Plus, which is huge. I mean, you are going to get scared if you know the price of these docking stations. So of course you people want to have the best choice for your kind of device. So the first main factor in order to choose the kind of docking station that you are looking for, you are going to take a look at what kind of connection port those two devices has. For example, if you are using a MacBook from 2016 to today, you are going to be having a Thunderbolt port, Thunderbolt 3 or Thunderbolt 4, it doesn't matter. It is the form and shape of a USB-C connector, and as just mentioned, all the MacBooks from 2016 to today are going to have Thunderbolt ports. So if you are using a Thunderbolt port, it's going to be totally fine. You can have also Windows computers that also has Thunderbolt ports, but you can also have devices that has USB-C ports, and those USB-C ports are not Thunderbolt compatible. So that is going to be the main thing to talk about docking stations, which is going to be USB-Cs or Thunderbolt ports. Thunderbolt docking stations. Thunderbolt docking stations are usually expensive. I will just already know. Thunderbolt docking stations are usually expensive. Probably you can get them a good docking station from around $200 US, 200 euros. But I mean, that is already kind of a big deal in money. So you have this, for example, from Anker. This is the Anker 557, if I recall correct. This is around $250 US, and it is a Thunderbolt 3 docking station. It is very good. It's a really high quality docking station from Anker. It is like a metal finish with really nice quality plastic. It is really sturdy. It is really robust, and it has a lot of really good port combinations. You have a SD card reader, micro and mini SD card, power delivery USB-C, normal USB-A as well with power delivery, front audio connector. You have your Thunderbolt for your main computer device. You have two other Thunderbolt ports with USB-C, of course, compatibility for display output. You have an HDMI port, gigabit Ethernet, and your power input. A really amazing docking station is this one from Anker, from like around €250. It's going to work perfect with your MacBook device. It's going to work perfect with your Windows device. So this is a very good entry point. If you are using Full HD monitors or 1440p monitors, I really can recommend you only this docking station. Perfect for Full HD monitor and for 40p monitors. When those start to get a little bit tricky, all this thing, when you are using 4K monitors and not only a single one but multiple monitors, then this docking station is not going to make it. It's not going to make it. There is, even if it is theoretical bandwidth and throughput from the Thunderbolt connection, it's just the features of this is not really made for that amount of, I will say, throughput, and somehow it does not work. And you say, Jorge, I tested it, I already made it with 2 4K monitors. Yeah, sometimes work, but not really. And we tested with hundreds of devices at my work, personal life, since years, and it has its limitation. So, Jorge, but I saw all of the YouTubers, they have this glorified godness, which is the Cold Digit TS4 Plus Thunderbolt 4 docking station. And this guy, let me tell you, is a monster of a docking station. This TS Plus, this is from Cold Digit, it is just insane what it's capable of. It has tons of connection, even more connection than the ones offered from Dell, from Anker, and it is just insane. The high quality build, the materials choice for this, the sturdiness, the robustness of this docking station is just insane. Thunderbolt 4 is going to offer the maximum bandwidth and throughput for your device, and it has tons of ports, even 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, which is also incredible for a docking station. What is the disadvantage of this kind of docking station? It is crazy expensive. This guy here is going to be around $500 US, $400 US, maybe if you find it in a good offer, but at least here in Europe, here in Germany, it is around 500 euros. 500 euros for a docking station. What does it do? It flies? What? It do your work for you or what? 500 euros for a docking station, for a tool. I mean, for this Mac, this is the M2 Pro with 16 gigabytes of RAM. You are paying like, I don't know, 1,900 euros, something like that. And are you telling me that this guy is going to be 1/4 of the price of this? Huh? Like, totally insane. I mean, and that's where the tricky part starts. Thunderbolt, why is this so expensive? Yeah, of course it works like magic. It is really robust, and those support multiple 4K monitor, but why does it need to be so expensive? And then there are other kind of options as well, which are Thunderbolt. For all of you guys that you are not using a Mac, an Apple device. For example, for us at work, we use Dell computers. We have Dell Latitudes, we have Dell Precisions, we have tons, just thousands of computers made from Dell. And Dell, intelligent enough, of course, they produce their own docking stations. This is a Thunderbolt 4 docking station. This is the state of the art for docking stations, and it's made for Dell. It is an amazing. This is the TV22 something. It's a Thunderbolt 4 docking stations as well, and the price of this is also 300 euros plus taxes, take it or leave it. So, which is also a really expensive device, and it is Thunderbolt. So, if you are using a Dell computer, a Dell compatible computer with a Thunderbolt connection, this is going to work like a charm as well. It has tons of ports. It has 4 video display outputs, 2 USB Type A here, gigabit Ethernet, your power supply. You have 2 extra Thunderbolt 4 ports. You have 1 USB-C in the front and 1 USB-C also in the front for power delivery. Those docking stations from Dell, if you are using a Dell laptop, they are amazing. We buy a lot of them because we just deploy them massively. We just deploy them like in the hundreds, in the thousands in the company, and they work perfect. Most of the time, of course. But now, for example, I want to show you, this is something new and I'm very, very excited for this actually. This is the newest docking station from Dell. This is the Dell UD22 Universal USB-C docking station. This is a 200 euros docking station, and let me tell you, it can make magic. Why this is important? Because, for example, if you have something like this from Dell, the Thunderbolt docking station, this is only really compatible with Dell devices, and that is kind of a shame, to be honest, for such a good device. And these kinds, even if they are as well universal because they connect to Apple devices, to a Lenovo computer, to a Dell computer, doesn't matter what, yeah, it is very expensive. But now there is a new guy that is also coming along to play, which is this universal type USB-C docking station from Dell. It has a lot of connections as well for multiple displays, and this is very important, and get me through this. This universal docking station, it has the possibility to connect multiple 4K displays running at 60 Hz, which is amazing. Something like the Anker cannot really do very well, most of the time doesn't work. This kind of devices for only $200 US, 200 euros, is going to make it. It is very compact. If you compare it to the standard from Dell, it is very compact. It is smaller in footprint. It's a little bit taller, but it's nice because so you are using a few millimeters more the vertical space at your desk, and it is also not so deep. So it is, I mean, the footprint of this docking station is also getting very good, and I'm very, very excited of this because it is cheaper. It works with 4K monitors, multiple of them, and it works with any device. Doesn't matter if you have an Apple computer, if you have a Dell laptop, if you have a Lenovo Yoga or something like that. This kind of guy is going to work. If you still don't know this model yet, I really invite you and recommend you to use it. It is very, very cool, and you are not going to regret it. But yeah, so what are the difference? I mean, this is Thunderbolt, this one from Dell is also Thunderbolt, and this is USB-C. What are the main difference of these two? As we just mentioned, one of them is the technology. This guy is just going to be a monster. He's going to disrupt most of the things that you want to do. Is going to be able to make it perfect. For example, if you want to connect high-speed solid state drives, external devices, it's going to make it. This maybe with 4K displays is going to have some limitations at the end in the high-speed data transfers, for example. But here the thing is here. What do you choose, the 500 euros docking station, or you want the something budget-friendly docking stations like this one from Dell? I mean, if I had like 500 euros burning in my pocket, like, and I need the best docking station because I just really need the best of the best looking material, features, then go for something like the CoolDigi TS4 Plus, a beast of a docking station. If you still don't know if a docking station is going to be the best for your setup or for your device, if you are still not very sure of what you really need, maybe you can try with something like this from this Universal C docking station. It's going to be an amazing device. It's going to make an amazing job. Probably it's not going to allow you to play games at 240 Hz out of these docking stations, but hey, do you really need this? I mean, every YouTuber tells you that this is the best docking station for your Mac. Probably it is, but at what cost? 500 euros. You can buy a new computer with that amount of money. I mean, it's just kind of insane. And the thing is, like, if you want to use this in a really professional environment, and I will say this more like in a corporate environment, like in a company, in a factory. We are a manufacturing company made by thousands of people. If you really want something reliable that works, that you can deploy massively, that it's going to got you the best support, because of course you have the support side from Dell if something happened to this, They are going to change it, they are going to repair it. If something happened to this, probably you have some kind of support quality, but yeah, probably it's going to take longer. And I mean, if you really want something reliable, professional, go with one like this. You are going to need some driver installation with this, but that's also actually a nice thing, because the driver is going to allow your device to communicate perfectly with this docking station. If you are using something generic like this one, Thunderbolts, they are going to rely in the ability of your device in order to manage by himself the Thunderbolt controller. And believe me when I tell you, there is a huge problematic out there with Intel and the Thunderbolt controllers. Most of the time works perfect. I mean, I use it every day at my work and it just works perfect with 4K monitors, with Full HD monitors. For charging up to 100 watts, it works perfect, but it has as well limitations. If you are really specialized, if you have a Dell workstation, if you are using an XPS or something like that, and you really need the best of the best for your Dell device, go with something like this Thunderbolt docking station of Dell. It is going to, because if it is from Dell and if you are using a Dell device, this kind of docking station is going to allow your device to be really expanded as a one. For example, one of the interesting topics of this is that all these docking stations, they provide only up to a maximum of 100 watts of power delivery. If you are using a Dell computer and you have this kind of Thunderbolt docking stations from Dell, they can deliver more power. 130 watts. There are docking stations from Dell that deliver 180 watts. There are docking stations from Dell that deliver up to 240 watts. And that's a very, very nice thing. That's why I have also this at my desk in my work, because when I am using a device that requires more than 96 watts, I cannot use this anymore, or I cannot use something like this, not even this one. You really require specialized solutions. And these are actually very good quality docking stations, very good support, driver updates through the Dell Command Center. Yeah. But let's just wrap this up and pack this. Best docking stations for all of the devices, as I just mentioned, is probably the CallDigi TS4 Plus, a beast for device. It is but very expensive, so if you really want the best of the best, be prepared because it's going to cost. If you don't want the best of the best because money is not your thing, or because you just don't believe that something like this can be very expensive, like myself, really try this Dell UD22 new docking station. It's going to surprise you in ways that you don't even know. This is going to be amazing for ports, for expandability, and it's just going to really give you that feeling of having a reliable device at your desk. Something like this, like from Anker, they are good. They are good also, but I don't know, maybe for an entry level as well, if you have a Thunderbolt device and you don't like this Dell stuff, maybe something like this is also benefit from you. One of the nice things about these docking stations, for example, of these two, is that the USB-C cable or the main cable to your device, it can just be changed. If it breaks because you plug it and unplug it every day, you can just get a new cable and done. For this kind of Dell docking station, that is really a huge problem when you are plugging it thousands of times per year, like really thousands of times per year. They are going to wear out and probably they are going to get broken, and you cannot replace these cables. Also in the Dell, they are kind of fixed. So those are some of the advantages and disadvantages of this kind of docking stations. It is a very complex topic when you are using thousands of devices, different devices, and I don't know, I just want to talk about this just a little bit. I personally do not use a docking station here at my desk because I have my main PC, and my main PC has everything that I need and even more. But at my desk, at my job, my everyday use docking station is this one. This one, just because I really need the most reliable for my job. I use a Windows PC in my job every day. I also use my MacBook every day. and it is really flexible. But in the whole company, for the thousands of people and for the thousands of workplaces that we have, that we administrate in the IT department, we use docking stations from Dell. These are the best things in order to deploy massively if you are using Windows and Dell computers. But we are also using a mix of these for a few people that usually plug and unplug the cables so often that they get broken very easy. We are now introducing as well these anchor docking stations in a few months back, because you can just interchange the cable if something breaks. So that's all, people. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This is just a very quick video. I just want to talk a little bit about docking stations and why they are so special, and there is really a little bit of a tricky part in behind these kind of topics, but I just want to talk about something. I just want to make a small video from a topic that I really like, which is docking stations, and I really enjoy using this. I gained a lot of experience through the last years with docking stations. As you may never know, I buy hundreds of them and I install hundreds of them, and I know from the user experience what problems do they have every day, what kind of problems do they present for everything, how do they connect to thousands of monitors, how do they perform with network environments, like where the network needs to work perfectly. We really made a lot of research into docking stations. I just want to share with you this knowledge and experience from working with docking stations in a huge company and deploy them massively. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm just sorry again for my voice. I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm just here. I just want to talk to you again, and see you until the next time.